Welcome to this live today where I'm going to be talking to you about deciding to move differently, deciding to move as a different level of you, deciding to move as a different version of you, deciding that you're available for different results, deciding that you are available for different levels of impact, deciding that you're not going to wait for your external reality to catch up with the vision that you know that you're capable of. Whoosh! We're bringing the gold today. I'm really excited. I am going to be coming talking about the membership, but I wanted to just bring this context in because for some of you, I see you moving so quick and I love this. Hey! Hey, Matilde! And for some of you, I see this this fire building, you've got the capabilities to be moving faster. You've got this fire, this drive, this bigger than just willpower to have more impact and to serve more people. You've got this fire, this spark. You know that your impact is needed on a bigger level. You know that your capabilities are far bigger, the ripples can go far bigger than you're currently seeing or experiencing. You know that future you has already got much bigger ripples and is reaching much further impact and has got either more people at her retreats or more people in her programs, or she's expanding into conferences, or she's doing global events online, offline. You know that your impact is going to be felt on a huge global level, but you're not there yet. You're making moves, you're on the way, but you're not quite there yet. This is about you deciding to be bigger. You've got that vision, the fact that you've dreamt about those things, the fact that you've journaled about those things, the fact that you've written those things in your planner, on your whiteboard, in your spreadsheet, wherever it is that you write down what future you looks like. You know that you've got these things, these milestones. Maybe you want to have a YouTube channel with 10,000 subscribers. Maybe you want to have a book launch where you've got 10,000 people queuing around the store for Waterstones waiting to have a book signing with you. Maybe you are looking to host a concert. Whatever your thing is that is your massive big movers, you have to decide to become that person now. You have to decide, okay, so if that's the 20x version of me, what does this version of me do now to take me one step closer? I don't need to wait until I've got the results of that person. I don't need to wait until I've got the audience of people that could sell that kind of offer. I don't need to wait until I've got more followers. I don't need to wait until I've got more money to be able to host that experience. What could you be doing today? You have to decide to move as future you now. Somebody needs to hear this today. Stop waiting to feel ready. You have to decide to move, and it's that helps you become her. I have never waited until I was ready to just go do the thing. Whether it was flying across the world to go to an international event, whether it was hosting my own event, whether it was launching the podcast, whether it was agreeing to say yes to speaking at an international event. Whatever the thing is that you're waiting on, you have to decide to move. No one's coming to give it to you. Cool. This is just free flowing. I was just I'm just going to show up today and talk to the people because somebody needs to hear this today. You have to decide to move bigger. What is future you doing? What sort of experiences is she hosting? What sort of client experience does she deliver? Here's something that I'm just going to share with you. Whenever you need pulling into future you and pulling into your higher self, I want you to ask yourself this. And you can come up with your own little acronym or something catchy that works for you. But anytime you can feel yourself playing small or your subconscious is kicking in to bring you into old patterns or behaviors or habits that previous you or current you knows and is comfortable, and therefore it's safe, and therefore it's not stretchy, and therefore it's you playing small. But this is how we do life. Of course your subconscious is going to keep you doing the do of what it knows because that's muscle memory. And it's a lot easier for you to do what is already known than for you to stretch into the unknown. So your subconscious is going to keep you safe. And so unless you are consciously choosing discomfort every single day, you can reasonably assume you're in old patterns that aren't serving you anymore. So here's the thing I was just talking about is when you can feel either your mindset getting comfortable or you're into an old pattern or behavior that you know future you wouldn't be doing or wouldn't be thinking, I want you to ask yourself this. And if you can get an acronym to go with your name, this is going to help it land even better for you. Think about future you. What is a milestone that you want to have reached? Whether that's a certain level of achievement, whether that's something that you're hosting, whether that's something that you have delivered. What is that thing for you? Write down some verbs. What's one that you could match with your name? That you could go something and your name. So for example, I could say 7-figure Sarah. It's got some nice S's in there. It's got that alliteration. It's memorable. And then you can ask yourself, and when you catch yourself in the moment, anytime that you're playing small or feeling these old habits or old patterns coming up, ask yourself, what would, and insert this for you. So in my case, I go, what would 7-figure Sarah do? Would 7-figure Sarah be doing that? Because if the answer is no, we need to shift that. What would 7-figure Sarah do? So I want you to ask yourself this, whether it's using that same thing or multi-6-figure or 6-figure or 7-figure or even 8-figure, or maybe it's something like a thing that you want to have. Maybe it's like, what would author Audrey do? I don't know where Audrey came from. Maybe it's conference host Christy. Maybe it's sold out event Stephanie. What is your thing? Get that level of accolade or that future version of you, and what would she do? Another one that is more around qualities than a certain level of achievement or certain identity. So another one you can have this is, what does high performance do? Hey, Kate! So I want you to ask yourself this, when you're using your name, what does either that word or describing word plus your name or high performance do? So for me, I will ask myself, would 7-figure Sarah be doing that? Would high performance Sarah be doing that? If it's no, then bitch, we got to change. We have got to do differently. What would high performance Sarah do? Okay, she would take that action. Well, now we need to go do that. You've got to get unapologetic with yourself and be moving as future you now. What would high performance Kate be doing right now? What would high performance Matilda be doing? What would high performance Christy be doing? What would 8-figure Egbert be doing? Decide to move as future you now. Yeah! I know, I'm on fire. It's like 6:26 in Bali. We've got the last little bit of light towards the day, and I was like, I want to come speak to people and share some fire, some vibes, and get, whether this is the rocket up your ass that you needed today, or whether this is just sharing the energy that you can go bring into your work, into your client work, into your day. Sharing some main character energy joy, because also I'm just barely into the launch of Sold Out Society, and that's actually why I wanted to come talk to you today under the caption of deciding to move differently, because I came to realize about a week ago, after having some client conversations, that I was sat on so much gold that wasn't available anywhere. Simply because I decided to focus on other things. So I'm not going to say that I was wrong to do that, because I stand by the decisions that I made. But it meant that there was such a goldmine of things that could have been serving my audience that whole time that simply wasn't available. And so whilst I stand by the decision to close it when I did, and that was the right decision for me right there and then because I was focusing on other things, when I had the realization of, holy shit, Sarah, there's so much here that could be helping so many people and they don't even know it exists. Some people know some things exist, and to be fair, there was so much in there that even stuff that I didn't know existed. That's how much that I'd got this body of work that wasn't available. And so I wanted to share this because when I'd had that little light bulb moment of, oh my God, what the hell are we doing? Why is this not open? Well, that set the ball in motion because I decided there and then to open it. But what that meant was a lot of pulling things together, a lot of systemizing, a lot of getting things that were all scattered around in different places, a lot of pulling links here. It meant hiring an extra team member to help me with quite the level of task that this was, because it ended up being over 80 trainings plus resources for all of those trainings. So by the time that you've had links and branding and action steps and descriptions and homework and all of this, there must have been like 400 action items that we've been going through over the last week as a result of this decision to get this thing open. And so, yes, there was a decision to move differently, and that set in motion this whole snowball of let's go, without having to overthink it, without having to think, well, how is this going to work? And, oh my God, there's too much. It's like, no, go. Literally like that. And I could have said, oh my God, I've put so much in here that this needs to be like a $5,000 membership now, a $10,000 membership now. I need to charge more for it. And I was like, no, go. And so I'm sharing this with you because A, if you're one of the first few to get in, it's going to be absolute gold for you. Hey Bushra, hey Kaz. And it will be going up later on in the year. I am just going to caveat that. But what I didn't want to do is just create an entire library of trainings. I didn't want this to be some static thing where you just come in and you're faced with a wall of videos. Valuable as those videos are, I wanted this to be an experience where you come in and join a community. That you've got the library there of trainings, but that you're coming in because you want to be part of something bigger. Now, I fully appreciate that as a brand new offer, it's going to take me time. Rome wasn't built in a day to build this up. But the intention behind it is that the women who are coming in this time around are going to be different. They're going to be the ones who want to go bigger. The ones who want to be too much or already are too much. The ones who, when they look at their 2025 goals, they're like, I don't know. I don't have any idea how I'm going to pull that off, but I am. And I'm going to get around people whose goals make me nervous. I'm going to get around people who do things that I think are a little bit batshit crazy, to be honest, but I like it because it inspires me. Hey Hope. And so this is a community for women who want to be and do the most. You already know you're extraordinary. You already know that you were born to have this bigger impact. You're already putting in the moves to make that bigger impact. You're posting, you're selling, you're getting visible, you're going live, you're doing the thing. But you know that your work is meant to be on a much bigger scale. And that part of that, P.S. Any of you can ask me any questions. If you want to drop a little question in the chat, I'm more than open to answering questions or just taking part. Where was I? Yes, it's more than just you having access to those resources. And P.S. I'm going to be adding new ones in there as well, because whilst everything that I've been collating, and I'm going to do a whole post on this, Phase 1 was about collating everything we've already created. Phase 2 is about open the community and bring incredible women inside, which is now where we're at in this week. Phase 3 is about bringing incredible market leading trainings coming in. Woo-hoo! I'm excited because whilst I love the stuff that's in there, those have also been past iterations of me. So yes, I want to bring them back because they're helpful to other people that are at that level on their journey. However, there's so much more I want to bring in. I've never hosted trainings on hosting industry leading events. I've never hosted trainings on creating high-end in-person customer experiences. I've never created trainings on leadership and identity. And so we're going to be bringing some of this stuff into the membership. So I'm sharing this with you. You can get in now for founding members rate. If you're one of the first few, we've got the last few spots at founding members rate, and then it's going to be coming to early bird. But I wanted to give you a little glimpse of what's coming up, because not only is there absolutely insane stuff already in there, but on a month-to-month, so you'll get a group coaching call, which means that everybody in the community can come, and it doesn't matter where you're at, what you're launching, what your big idea is, or what your big goal that you're working towards is. You can come to that call, and if you want to get active coaching, you can. If you just want to be part of the conversation to get that inspiration, you absolutely can as well. So we'll be having those monthly group coaching calls, plus monthly content workshops as well. Because when I see people's content, even if you've taken the courses, even if you've done the programs, it's really helpful to be part of bigger conversations, because even though you know the strategy of how to create good hooks and how to create good content and what a problem awareness post is and what your strategy is for the week, it's still really easy to fall into the habit of becoming uninspired by your own content. And so that's why I'm bringing in these workshops, is that you've got this monthly way to come, get access, get an audit if you want it, but that you can be listening to the conversation and getting ideas from other people as well about how you can bring more inspiration and creativity and fire into your own content. So these are all things that are happening inside the community going forward. So really, really excited for this. And I said that I wouldn't, but I'm going to, because I just can't freaking help myself. Hey! I am going to be bringing in new trainings, new themes into the membership. So do I share what the first one's going to be? I'm not going to share just yet, but what I am going to say is for the rest of February, we're onboarding members and building that community and getting everyone understanding around the portal, knowing the events calendar, seeing the different channels, finding their way around us. We've got our welcome call on Thursday, and then our group coaching call at the end of the month. But then for March, I'm bringing in a nice, juicy, exciting training. So super excited for that. So if you haven't already, come inside the society. This is the community for high impact women who want to be showing up, selling out and making a bank on the internet. Alrighty, I've absolutely loved this talk. This has fired me up and it's like the end of the day in Bali. But if you've got questions, let me know. I'd love to do a little Q&A with people that are on. But in the meantime, I hope that this has given you a little bit of fire in your day. I'm going to be posting this as a live. And where we're at right now, so doors have just opened for the membership. Inside there, you've got my core 4. So this is the 4 things to be doing every single day to grow and expand your business every single day. So that whether you are someone that is I want to be all the way in, I freaking love what I do, I'm obsessed with what I do, and I have to be pulled away from the laptop. Totally get it. Or you're the person that wants to clock off early, whether that's to spend more time with family, whether it's to go to the beach, whether it's to catch sunset, if you don't have the fortune of seeing the sunset from your balcony. Whatever freedom looks like for you, these are the core 4 things that if you do those 4 things every single day, you know that you've moved the business forward, that you know you've expanded, you've built that compounding behavior that will help you on your way to signing more clients, making more money, and scaling the business. And here's what none of the Quantum League folks will tell you, is that all of the overnight successes are not overnight successes. They're people who built compounding behavior. So these 4 things are the 4 things that, yes, will generate cash and yes, will bring more clients into the business, but they're also the things that are going to compound over time so that you get that curve, so that you get that compounding curve, which is where your 6, multi-6 and 7 figures come from. Don't know whether that was the uncomfortable truth you didn't want to hear, but it's the reality, and I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you. Best that you know this before you come into my world. Now, in terms of the membership, you can join as a monthly member, or you can come on as an annual member and sign up. And if you join as an annual member, you get 2 months of the year free. P.S. This is all for currently less than the price of a power hour, which is absolutely insane. But it won't be staying like that for long. So I'm just giving you the caveat to get in now, because the price of the membership will be going up quite significantly throughout the year. So grab it while it's hot, and I shall see you inside the society. Toodaloo!